Nobody's being delivered from anything. God ain't doing nothing for nobody right now. And gee, I wonder why. Because these folks are making money.
Well, whoo, here we go. Now, this particular topic is, with no doubt, bringing me very much hurt and pain, but it's a topic that must be spoken of, and some clarifications need to be made. And this has got to be done, and choices have to be made. A position must be clarified. I have received comments and I have received emails from my subscribers or listening audience, many of them upset because of words they have heard from this platform, because they believe those words do not represent what I stand for. Being a listener of mine, perhaps for many years, they don't understand of why this type of talk is coming from this house. And I must concur, and I agree with you, that lately there have been things said that I do not concur with. So these things must be made, as Richard Nixon said, perfectly clear. Now, I'm an elder, a little older than many folks, 55 years old. And being 55 years old, it is amazing of how younger people may see me. I'm much different than many of these younger people, because regardless to where my elders were in life, they could be found in the gutter, they could be found as a school principal or a CEO of a corporation, or maybe a high school student that just turned 18. I was raised to respect all my elders. That's the least you can do. But in 2018, you have youngsters growing up who know it all, but they don't know nothing. And they have very little respect for their elders. They don't care. They laugh and they giggle. And they don't take anything an older person who has been in this life much longer than you have, experienced much more than you have, you don't take their words as serious, because you know it all, because you've read some books. I have had young people who was not born tell me about what happened in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, and they was not even born, and I lived it. I did not read about the 60s. I did not read about the 70s or the 80s. I was living it. And they're going to tell me, because of what they read in a book or what they saw on some video of a film clip, they're going to tell me and try to teach me what was going on in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. Sure, that is sheer madness. So that's going to be your downfall. That's going to be something that you're going to pay dearly for when you decide to not have respect for your elders that have lived longer than you have because you don't like somebody. There's a lot of people we're not going to like. There's a lot of people I dislike, I don't agree with, but I listen to their words. And I take their words, and what is good, I embrace it. And what I don't agree with, I push it to the side. It's easy as that. And I respect you for your knowledge. I am happy that you brought something to the table that I can use to help myself become better. I even listen to younger people because younger people experience things and know things I don't know. Do you understand? It's about give and take. It's about mutual respect. It's about the learning process because none of us know it all. But we have many of these on social media. They know it all. They can't make a mistake. But yet and still, there are thousands who think the same way, but they're not changing anything. Thousands who think the same way. They cannot even unite among themselves. Thousands that are getting nothing done except complain and cry and beg. But they know it all. How is it possible? I am 55 years old. How is it possible? And it's very sad that in 55 years, I have learned nothing of value, nothing at all that I can show you, that I can teach you, to help you survive the next 20, 40 years. There's nothing I can say to you that I learned in 55 years. What a waste of life. If I have lived 55 years in this racist nation and I have learned nothing, truly pathetic. I am a truly pathetic and pitiful individual. I have learned nothing at all. That's really sad. You mean to tell me I was born in Jim Crow? I was born in it. You read about it in a book. I was born in Jim Crow. You're going to tell me about Jim Crow and I was born in it. I joined the Nation of Islam when I was 18 years old under the leadership of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Spent 7 to 9 years in an organization going all over the country, all over this nation with this brother, standing right next to him, meeting some of the greatest minds that this nation can offer. I'm standing right next to this man, some of our greatest leadership. I'm standing right next to Louis Farrakhan, many, many days. And I learned nothing during my tenure in the Nation of Islam. I learned nothing at all. And then I experienced the crazy house, the nut house. Hold on a second. Okay. So I'm 55 years old, and out of that 55 years, I have not learned nothing. And so then I spend 10 years in the crackers nut house. And I spent 10 years and didn't learn nothing. Wow, that's really and truly pathetic if you think about it. It's very sad. And so if you look at me like that, I guess many of you see your own parents like that, because many of your parents are 45 and 50 and 60 and so forth years old. You don't have no respect for nobody with some age because y'all know it all. Many of you are less than 40 years old. barely 30, and you know it all. Nobody, no elder, nobody older than you can tell you nothing because you read some books. You watched some YouTube videos. You're going to tell me about the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, and I lived it. I don't have to read about it in a book. And I have lived 55 years under Jim Crow, traveling back and forth in this country with Louis Farrakhan, 10 years in the nut house, and I did not and have not learned nothing. Wow. I am a really, truly pathetic person. I need to sit my ass down for real. I'm surrounded by people who are 40 years old and less. You have no life experience, really, except making a damn baby and holding a job. You ain't done nothing. You got Similac and Enfamil still on your mouth. You have not done nothing in the struggle, except watch a YouTube video. Many of you have not been part of a protest. Many of you have done nothing. You talk about the cracker and white folks, you never had to deal with them in a situation where they'll put your ass in jail or put a bullet in your brain. You've never experienced none of this. You don't know them. You think you know Caucasian people. You think you know your enemy. You think you know life, and you don't know nothing. You live on the backs of your elders. You have created nothing. You're living on the backs of the civil rights movement, the civil rights bill, and all that stuff, 50 years old. You're smart. You read many books and know it all. But you have caused nothing. You've done nothing. You've changed nothing except make babies and bring them into the same hell that you're in. That's the only thing you've accomplished. Poor ass parents, but you're so smart. And your children are going to inherit the same hell that you're living in right now. But you're smart. You know it all. Your elders can't tell you nothing. I got a faceless troll want to play with me like I'm their child. I don't play game. I'm grown. Very much adult, grown. This is not a game. You are living with an enemy that at any moment, if they want to, they can round all of you guys up and put you on a bus to a concentration camp, murder you by the thousands and put you in mass graves. But you're just like the Jewish people. You think it can't happen and you want to play games. What kind of game you gonna play when them folks is rolling your body down into a mass grave? Think that everything is a joke, everything is funny. And the only chance that you got is to unite with your brothers and sisters. But you won't do that because you know it all. Well, when I went to the crazy house, I had that same type of attitude. Being stupid and dumb just like your ass. And luckily I survived. Because I seen at least 6 bodies come out of that place. They didn't make it. But I was talking about our younger people who believe their elders are just stupid. We have lived 50, 55, 60 or more years, and we're just idiots. Have no respect for nobody. You think that you know it all. Well, like I said, you have nothing. You have accomplished nothing at all, period, whatsoever. Nothing of substance. But yet and still, you can talk about those of whom you benefit from their actual work, from their death and their sacrifice. You actually benefit. And that's the reason why you can be an idiot the way that you are, because you never had to do nothing. You never sacrificed. You never had to suffer anything. A bunch of spoiled people. Many of you have gone and you never experienced not going without a meal. You never even experienced that. Well, I'm going to tell you. You got a rude awakening coming to y'all spoiled ass. And hopefully, with my old ass, I'll be dead, because I don't want to see what's getting ready to happen to y'all youngsters. You so smart, know everything. Your enemy gonna show you how much you don't know. You think it's fun again. You think this whole thing is something to play. Come on, YouTube. I want to debate so-and-so. I want to mess with so-and-so. All right, go ahead, keep doing that. You know what's best. And you got Similac and Infamil. You don't even know what breast milk tastes like. But you know it all. You don't even have a true developed brain, because there's no way the hell Similac and Infamil can develop a proper brain. That's why you can't think. That's why you are the way that you are. You don't even have a connection to your mother. You don't feel nothing. When our sister Nia Wilson, this beast, slit her throat. All males, all men should feel outraged. But you don't feel nothing for her, because you don't feel nothing for your own mother, your own sisters, your own cousins. You don't feel nothing for your woman at all. But you want somebody to respect you as a man. Wow. Your mind is filled with these pro-black, African, whatever they are, Afrocentric teachings. And you don't know your enemy. You have a fantasy way of looking at who your enemy is, and a fantasy way, a delusional way of thinking about a solution for your problem. And this enemy is no joke. We can be watching Facebook and YouTube right now, but tomorrow morning, World War III can break out. A nuclear bomb can get dropped. And our lives, everything that you know of, will change. Reality will never be the same again. And when you are in a survival situation like that, the first ones to die, the first ones to go extinct, is the ones on the bottom of the rung on the ladder. Who you think that is? It's the so-called Negro. But you got education for your solution. You got all these different things that you want to do, lollygagging around, playing games. Makes no difference. Your body be going down in a hole. 100 of you, 200 of you at a time, and they throwing dirt on you. Or they might feed your body to the pigs. That's what they might do. You think that is a joke? You are dealing with a predator. You're dealing with a people that have a predator mindset. And when you're dealing with a people with a predator mindset, the first thing the predator thinks about when seeking his prey, they target the sick. You are mentally ill. They target the elderly and the young and the young and the young. They target you because you're stupid. And you refuse to take advice from your elders because you know it all. But keep doing that. Keep doing that. Keep not listening. And I know, okay, let's be truthful, some of your elders are whack. Some of your elders are, some of your elders are messed up. But when you come here, let me tell you something. When you come here, I am not whack. I am very competent. And I have learned a lot from the Jim Crow to being in the Nation of Islam, from the crazy house. I did not sit back and not learn and understand and learn my lesson. And I almost paid for the whole situation with my life. So I survived so I can tell you to help you survive. You don't want to listen because you know it all. I want to talk to us very quickly about this Mississippi campaign. The question that is raised is Mississippi campaign, is it being misrepresented? It pains my heart to have to come before you in this manner with division, continued division among us. But I don't control people. I don't control their mind. I don't control their mentality or nothing. So like a brother always tells me, it is what it is. I have to respond to what is given on my plate. I have to make clear my position. Otherwise, I get caught up in something I don't want nothing to do with. The Mississippi campaign idea, it came from this house. I don't think nobody is going to argue about that. There was nobody talking about Mississippi or taking over a state before this house. Nobody that I know of. I have heard brothers talk about trying to reclaim a city or something like that, but to take over a state, no, I don't think so. Even so, this Mississippi campaign specifically targeting Mississippi came from here. I don't think we're going to get any argument on that. I do not own the Mississippi campaign idea. I do not own it. I view it as something, as a gift from within our own womb. You do pray, don't you? Oh Allah, guide me on the right path. Oh Allah, relieve me from my oppressor. You pray to God every day. And the God that you're talking about really is to your woman, to the sisters, to produce a child that can bring us the answer that will solve our problem. That's really who you're praying to, not some mysterious being. So even though I'm the vessel, the answer, this idea, this concept actually came from your own womb. So anybody can use it. I don't take the credit. Anybody. But however, I would advise us to embrace it in the manner that it was given to us, because we're not smart enough. We don't know enough to do anything other, trying to alter something that was given to us. You are free to interpret it any kind of way that you want, again. But it is not wise to alter something when you don't know what you're doing. Now, this Mississippi campaign idea did not just come from me. I was talking with my brother Eric Bell, soul brother Eric Bell, and we was just talking one night, going back and forth. And I just said, you know, brother, if we had leadership, I think we could take over a state. And he was like, yeah, man. And we just start talking about the concept. And brother Eric is the one who said, what about Mississippi, somewhere in the South? And then we Googled a little bit and looked at the state of Mississippi and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good deal. That sounds like a good deal. So this is not just my idea or concept. It was a combination of myself and brother Eric Bell. I cannot take the full credit. It was a collaboration. We was just talking. And then he said, why don't you begin to pitch it? Pitch it to somebody like Farrakhan. Because the original concept of this Mississippi campaign was to be national, a national effort. Not just a handful of people, a little bit here, a little bit there. I never said anything about taking over a city. The video, the original video, the title was, Brother Farrakhan, let's take control of Mississippi. The original video did not say take over. We're not looking to take over nothing. Just take control, which is two different things. When you said take over, it's almost like you're trying to say that you're invading, you know, you're trying to conquer an enemy or something like that. No, we are already in these positions all over this nation, all over this country. You have soul brothers and sisters in many of these cities and towns. We already dominate, but we don't know what to do. We're not taking the appropriate action in order to control our city or even our state. We are allowing others to do it when we should be doing that ourselves. So it's take control of what you already have. It has nothing to do with taking over anything. It has to be a national effort so that all our people can participate in creating this sanctuary for all of us. So when you can't stay in California or you feel threatened, you can't live proper in New York, then you can pack your bags and you can go to Mississippi, where we are this particular geographical place. We're making it like a safe haven for all our people, not just for a few chosen folks. All our people, that's why all our people need to participate. Because if you don't want to be liberated, if you don't want to have a safe haven, then why do it? I'm not doing it for myself. All the people should be involved because it's something good for all of us. And all of us should benefit. If you don't want it, that's fine with me. It's fine with me. But you cannot act upon something if you don't know nothing about it. So the beginning process is just simply to allow our people to know this is what is available, this is the benefits if you act upon it, and so forth. It is not a movement, it's just an idea. It's just an idea to see whether or not our people want to accept it. If they want, again, if they want to accept it, that's cool. If they don't, that's cool. It don't make no difference to me. But my mission is to do whatever I can to let people know you have this option, because clearly all your other options ain't working. No matter how much you try, these other options is just not working. They sound good. Yeah, they sound good, but they're not giving you nothing. And if you want to continue to be a loser like that, while your enemy is taking these plastic coffins off these diesel trucks and these trains, keep doing that. And you never know when we might be too late right now. You think this is a joke, you think that is a game. I'm telling you it's not. I've lived with these damn people for 24 hours. They are merciless. They are slicksters. They are conniving. And the sad thing about it is that they are trying to fix it up to make it look like they are justified. And that's where your problem going to be, because it'll look like they justified. But now, if something like World War III broke out, they don't even have to justify nothing. Do you understand me? If World War III broke out and this country is beginning to lose the war, they don't have to justify nothing. Your ass is dead. I'm telling you. Your ass is dead. It's over. So you better pray, make good with Allah and Jesus and Buddha, whoever you believe in, because you're getting ready to visit. That's guaranteed. That's guaranteed, I'm telling you. People keep telling me, you got to move to Mississippi. You don't have to move. I never said that you have to move anywhere. You can take control of this state by going to visit and encourage those who are already there to do what's necessary. Use your voting power to take control of the seats so that you control the political system and the laws of that state. This is a nation of laws. So all thing you want to do is be able to go in which many of, like I said, many of our people, we are already in these positions, but we don't have the right mentality. So those who don't have the right mentality, we, if necessary, we want to make it a national effort so our people can come in and actually move there so that we can create the population we need in order to get the votes so that no matter what nobody do, we can win because we just outnumber them, period. That's why you need to move there, but you don't have to move there. Now, of course, once Mississippi or any state began to get the way in the manner that we want it, who wouldn't want to move there? You'll be safer there. That geographical location is designed for you to be safe. So you don't have to worry about discrimination in housing, because we're taking control of that. We're going to eliminate all these different things. Claude Anderson, his power economics, he can practice that there and don't have to worry about stuff. Even Umar Johnson, he don't have to open a school. He can take control of the public school system there and make it better for us. All this can happen. All of these other ideas can happen and they can grow, and we can show that they can be successful in this geographical location. But outside of a safe haven, it's never going to work. You got too many things against you, even your own damn people. Now tell me I'm a liar. So I didn't ask nobody. You don't have to move to Mississippi. I never said that. You got to visit, got to spend a lot of time. You don't have to actually have to move there. You have to move the people that's already there and show them the way to go so they can gain power. Give them a new understanding. Show them how to think like a free man and woman. Liberate their mind. They're already in these positions. Now, the original concept, I want to make very clear here. I made very clear it's a national effort. And I include all soul brothers and sisters. I don't care where you come from. I don't care whether you're a little boy, little girl, whether you're married to a Caucasian or not, or homosexual, or you're Christian or Muslim. I don't care nothing about that. The number one priority is creating a place, a safe haven for you, a better place for you, to liberate you from the outside world. All of us deserve that. That's my position. I love all of you. There is no condition to my love. I want all this for you. Now, the problem here is that some brothers and sisters in my listening audience, some of you, and you've written me letters and emails, and you don't like the talk from our brother Maurice Muhammad, because he's saying that homosexuals can't live in Mississippi and interracial couples and all that type of stuff. Brother Maurice, with all due respect, does not represent the Mississippi campaign. Never have. That what she's talking about is not part of this concept. Because I'm telling you, and in the original video, I made it very clear, this is for all of us. No matter where you, because all of us are descendants of slaves. All of us are suffering. All of us need a break from this damn oppressor. I make it very clear. I don't advocate homosexual behavior. I don't advocate interracial relationships, but I love you. I love all of us. You treat me with respect, and I will treat you with respect. There are a lot of things that's detrimental to the family. This is something that Brother Maurice talks about. These things affect the family. Telling lies affect the family. Being a thief affects the family. Bad food affects the family. There's a whole lot of things that affect the family. And you're going to have those things. I'm not going to be biased or choose one sin over another. Doing crack is detrimental to the family. Drinking, Eating pork might be detrimental to the family. So what? Everything is a process. All of us are coming out of the mud. All of us have stench. I am not in a position to judge a brother or a sister no matter where you find yourself. I'm not the one to judge you. I don't want to put you in a position. This is not no cult. I don't want to create Mississippi or any place to tell you how to live your life. I just want you free. And all these other things can work themselves out. Free people can work themselves out. You're a damn slave right now, and you're not liberated from nothing. Matter of fact, if you're not careful, all of us will end up in a damn big ass hole. That's what you're asking for, being silly. Okay, if you think that it's a joke, you want to make mockery because I'm old. I'll be old and dead, and you'll be right after me, young and in a damn hole. That's what's going to happen to you. At least I might be able to miss the hole, and at least I can say, hey, I got 55 years in. You only got 30 or 20 or 18 because you're stupid. You think it's a game. You have a delusional way of looking at things. These folks ain't nothing to play with. And you're wasting time. Time waits for no one. You're wasting serious time with all this stuff that y'all got going through your head. These delusional ways that you're thinking about this. You're wasting time. I drive around this country and I see these plastic coffins, and the National Guard is moving all these guns and equipment all over different places. Do you think it's for white folks? Do you think the number one enemy as far as the race is concerned is the black man and woman of America? And it always have been us. And if it get to the point where this country can't feed the people the way they need to feed the people, they can't clothe you, the water starts getting low, who you think they're going to save? You think they're going to be looking at American citizens? No. So keep playing this game. It's not a game. So Brother Maurice advocates that we ostracize people. If you homosexual, you can't live in Mississippi. If you interracial couple, that's Brother Maurice. That's his own personal opinion. I do not advocate that. So I'm telling you, and I'm coming before you tonight to tell you, I cannot support that type of thinking. I love the brothers and sisters. I love Brother Maurice with all my heart, and he had me very tearful when he spoke about me the other night. But I talked to him already, and I had to make it very clear. I cannot do that. That's not the original concept. Myself and Brother Eric, we never, that's not how we brought this into being, because we're looking out for all of our people. I am in no position to judge nobody, but I want all of us to be free. I don't want to see us in a damn hole. I don't want to see us being locked up in concentration camps and gas. But you're going to be on your way, because you think things just going to stay the way they are. You can play on Facebook and you can beef with people and laugh and joke. You think it's always going to be la-di-da. Same thing the Jews done. Then one day, them buses start coming down and them tanks start coming down the road. Y'all's got to go. They took everything from the Jews. Their houses and their cars and all their material stuff. Next thing you know, they was in a gas chamber. As your elder, knowing these people, I'm telling you, it's not fun. We should not be arguing back and forth over this. We should not be doing that. We should be doing everything we can to compromise and get a job done. I don't care if myself and Maurice have to sit in a room for the next 10 days straight. We need to do that to iron this out before it's too late. If it's not too late already, that's the problem. Do we have enough time? Because we've been screwing around for the last few 20, 30, 50 some years, screwing around. Ain't done nothing since the civil rights movement. Nothing. Have accomplished nothing. Now, so I love all our people. I don't want to exclude nobody. And that's not how this idea was brought to us. It was brought to us as something that all our people nationwide can become part of, so they can say, we done this. This is not about me. It's not about Brother Eric or anybody else. This is about what we do. I don't want no credit at all. I want to be able to say, we, this generation, we got off our ass and done the right thing. We done it. Every man, woman, and child. I don't care if the child, the only thing the child can do is take a corn seed and put it in the ground. Let that child participate, and you tell that child they helped. They helped change our destiny, because that's what you're doing. We're taking our destiny in our own hands, and you cannot do that unless you gain some power. African school is beautiful. Having a black business is beautiful. Getting an education is beautiful. All that is beautiful, but it's not enough. We're too behind in this race. You need something that can give you some power. Otherwise, we ain't got a chance in hell. Those things don't give us no power. We are still up under somebody else's control. And we can't do a damn thing to them. But you take the power of a state. What a state can offer you. Once you take that state, it's a whole different ball game. Now you have power, real power that you never had before in 500 years. Actually, it's power that you could have had a long time ago if it wasn't for these peckerwoods terrorized our people and ran them up out of the South and other places. They was on their way to take control of Mississippi and Alabama and Georgia and Tennessee and a lot of these other states. They was on their way to do it anyway. That's why the peckerwood ran them out, terrorized them, and ran them out. So we are in a position. We have the money. We have the education. We got everything that we need in order to change our destiny and become the greatest generation ever produced. We got everything. Everything is there. But you want to trip on, oh, I don't want to live next to a homosexual. I don't want to live next to an interracial couple. When your ass broken hungry and don't have nothing to eat, and the only person around with some food is an interracial couple and some homosexuals, I guess your ass gonna starve to death. I don't want to take no food from a homosexual. I don't want to take no food from, well, we'll see, because your ass gonna be hungry. Somebody might be chasing you to kill your ass, and the homosexual and the interracial couple might save you. We're thinking stupid instead of thinking survival. I don't care about that petty stuff. You need to get all that pro-black, Afrocentric garbage out of your mind. It's not going to help you in survival. It's going to cause you to be DEAD, for real dead. Brother Alquan is in the house, and I know we went back and forth with Brother Alquan. And he's talking about me. I'm turning on my own crew. No, sir. We're not turning on my own crew. We're making it clear our position, the original position of this Mississippi campaign. That's what we're doing. And so those words of ostracizing people, I don't support. Because if you ostracize our people coming out of the mud, who you gonna ostracize next? It might be me. Or, you know, brother, Africans, you know, they believe in God. You can't, you know, we can't tolerate you not believing in God. I might be next. We don't like the Moorish people. They might be next. I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be part of that kind of Mississippi or any place. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to exchange one oppressor for another. I would rather be dead. I would rather be dead. I don't want to be nobody's slave master. These things will work itself in time when you guide your children properly. You guide them properly and show them the way. Let them deal with that situation. You begin a process. You begin the process. You show them the way. I am not saying that we embrace, because I make it very clear. I do not advocate homosexual behavior. I do not advocate interracial relationships. And I don't want that taught to our children and our babies. I don't want that. That's going to be a problem. I got a problem with pedophilia. I got problems with that. But if you respect me, I will respect you. Don't try to force your lifestyle on the babies, on these children. I would even say even religion. Children are innocent. They don't know. Teach them how to read, teach them how to write, teach them the sciences, and allow them to grow up. Then you tell them about these things and allow them to make their choice. It's not fair that we put all this stuff and force our children these beliefs and stuff on these babies. I wish Christianity was not forced on me, but it was. I don't believe in that. Let the children grow up so they can think on their own and let them decide what they want to do. I don't believe forcing nothing on nobody. I'm not an oppressor. I refuse to be an oppressor. So, I love the brothers and sisters who wish to support Brother Muhammad in his efforts to do what they feel they need to do. And if I can help in any kind of way, I still will be able to, I'm very willing to help, but I cannot support, nor do I advocate the exclusion and ostracizing our people because you don't like them. They don't fit into your moral barrel. And what is advocated here is not new. You already have places like that exist. Whole nations. We don't want no homosexuals. We don't want no. You have nations that already exist like that. How are they doing? Tell me, how are they doing? They're not doing very well. Even among people who think the same, you're gonna always have a rebel that's not going to fit into your circle. That's just how it goes. We don't like to accept difference. People are different. I like apples. You might not like apples. Everybody's different. We don't want to accept differences. And that's your problem. Because people are going to be different. Even coming from your same mother. Your mother produced 6 children. All of them are different. All of them don't like ice cream. Some of them don't like cake. We don't want to deal with difference. Well, that's all right. Guess what? You don't have to deal with difference because believe me, when they roll your body down that damn hole, you all gonna be the same. So you don't have to worry about that no more. You will all be the same, just like you wanted it. Just like you wanted. All of you would be on the morgue with a toe tag. You know, I really don't like silly people. Why is Aquan in my chat room just being silly? He's just silly. But see, that's the problem here. We just silly, childish. I can guarantee you this man, he's got to be at least 30 years old. Look at the chat. He just come here just to say silly stuff in my chat. Can't let nothing go. Can't let nothing go. Be childish. And that being a child is what's going to get you killed. You won't listen. A lot of parents don't want to spank their children, but when you're a child, you don't want to listen. And you force your daddy to give you some physical punishment because he's trying to save your damn life. He's trying to teach you a lesson. Don't do that because it might get you killed. Don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. We want to be silly like Aquan in the chat room. It's going to get us killed. We got to start thinking differently. And I'm going to end this talk by saying this. for me. And I'm going to refer to scripture because that's where I come from. It says in the scriptures, righteousness is as rags in the sight of God. So you all holier than thou. And you want to judge other people. I don't want you around me because you do crack. I don't want you around me because you wear red shoes. Whatever your problem is. Your righteousness is as rags in the sight of God. Don't mean nothing. Because where you think that this person stink, what about your own stink? What you gonna do when it's your turn? Well, you know, well, Brother Muhammad, you know, we don't like that Muslim stuff. You can't, you know, that bean pot thing. We don't do that here. Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Who am I to judge the other people? I'm not in a position to judge nobody. You're not in a position to judge nobody. They deserve, all our people deserve liberation, not just a certain few. That type of mindset already been tried. It don't work. And you can hype yourself all that you want to. It don't work. And you will find out real quickly. And you're going to draw yourself unwanted attention. And it's not going to even begin. It's not even going to get started. It's going to be put down real quick. The people don't want that. We already know that. Your scriptures say, come as you are. Don't mean that you stay as you are, but you come as you are in the beginning. You come as you are. And you help people get clean. And you help wash people up. And you help them get better. You don't be righteous because you clean already. I don't want to touch you because you clean already. I don't want to touch. I don't want to be around you. Stink. Then you're not for the people. Because many of our people stink. Many of our people is in bad shape. We've been living in a gutter for 500 years. If you love them, then you accept them. Come as you are. Come in a house that we can build so that you can be safe. That's what I advocate. All of us. Every man, woman, and child. And every man, woman, and child should have the right and the option to help in doing this, to create a safe place for them to stay. I'm not about that. So with all due respect to those, to Brother Muhammad, and all those who wish to go in a manner to ostracize certain elements of our people, then I wish, I wish you the best of luck. I know what the result gonna be already. I already know. History tells us already. That's why this was given to us in that manner. It was given to us in a different way so the people can look at what has happened and they can say, we done this. That's what I want. I want we participation. And if you can't get we participation, then we're going to have to suffer the consequences of our actions. And believe me, what's coming down the road, and I'm glad that I'm old, because I might not be here to see it. But y'all young folks, you're going to remember this video. You're going to remember the words from a crazy ass, insane mental patient. You're going to remember. You're going to say, damn, but it's too late. It's going to be too late. And they're going to put your children right behind you. As your body rolled down into that mass grave, your sons and your daughters and your grandmother, all of them going to be going right behind you. Because you thought it was all fun and game. You want to come to YouTube and play and think everything is funny and all like that. I got this Aquan guy in my chat room. I'm not going to kick him out. He's a child. I guarantee you he's under 30 years old or real close somewhere. He's a baby. I'm 50-some years old. That boy, he's a boy. I'm old enough to be his daddy. And you're going to come to me that way? But you got education. Is that what education show you what to do? How to treat your elders? Even if I am crazy? Is that what your elders, that's what education do for you? I don't want that kind of education. Your education show you to be silly and stupid? Are you an example of this education that you're talking about? Then I don't want nothing to do with it. Nobody should want anything to do with it. But, you know, I'm a realist. I'm a realist, and I understand that all stories don't have a happy ending. Perhaps it's best that the so-called Negro be wiped off this planet. I don't want to say it, but maybe that's the best thing for us. Because if this is the best we can do, you don't deserve to be alive. You don't. Look at the guy in the chat room. This silly guy, Alquan. He got people actually listen to him. They just as silly as he are, as he is. They just as silly as he is. These supposed to be grown people, adults. They 30 years old or whatever, or 25 or 30. They silly. Silly people. I did not act like that when I was 12 years old, the way these people act. I didn't act that way. So I want to make clear, I love Brother Maurice. Brother Maurice, I love you. Brother Guy, Sister Carol, and then Sister Soul, and all those who are participating in the campaign. You know, if that's the way that you want to flow, I mean, it's good. I just cannot go that way, and that was not the original concept of this Mississippi campaign. In fact, at this point in time, I might just chill out in the cut. I won't even say nothing about it. I just watch the brothers and sisters do their thing and see what happens. Just sit back in the cut. I don't know really what I'm gonna do. But these brothers and sisters are my brothers and they my sisters. Like I said, I love Brother Muhammad. If anybody I want on my own.